Hello and welcome to today's live broadcast and rebroadcast if you're joining us on the replay. Today I'm going to share with you 4 reasons why I stopped dieting and why it is I started incorporating intermittent fasting as a lifestyle choice for myself and now my family as well. So if you're joining us live, welcome. Please take a second to hit that subscribe button. If you're joining on YouTube, make sure you hit that bell notification as well so you'll be notified when we go live or upload new content. And then if you're joining us on Facebook, if you wouldn't mind taking a second to hit that like button and also setting yourself on notifications. I know for some of you it's a little frustrating when you don't get notified that we are live, and that's generally because you are not hitting that bell icon or setting yourself for notifications on Facebook. So like I said, today I'm going to share with you the 4 reasons why I have stopped dieting and why I've incorporated intermittent fasting as the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live for myself. But before I do that, I wanted to take a second to just introduce myself to those of you who are jumping in new with us. So my name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutrition plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And for a majority of that 25 years, I enforced the diet mentality, not only for myself, but for many women that I have helped over the years. Sad to say, the information that we were trained as health and fitness professionals to disperse to our clients was actually inaccurate information. And I'm going to share with you those 4 things that really were aha moments for me and why it is that I will never diet again and why it is that now I'm teaching women how to create their own lifestyle and why intermittent fasting is that lifestyle that should be able to stand the test of time for all of us. So if you're jumping on and you like the quick rundown 4 tips, I'm going to say them very quickly. And then if you like to hang around for a little bit of the reasoning behind those 4 tips, please feel free to do so. I'll be going into greater detail after I list the 4. So the number 1 reason why I no longer diet and have incorporated an intermittent fasting lifestyle that will stand the test of time for me is that diets don't work in the long run. Diets are generally a short-term fix. I'm going to go into detail a little bit more about that in just a second. The number 2 reason why I've stopped dieting is they are never designed for the individual woman. They are always designed for the masses. Then the 3rd reason why I have personally stopped dieting is because diets were ultimately the reason why I became sick as my hormones started changing. And then the 4th reason is that diets were consuming my life. So let me go into a little bit more detail about those 4 points. So diets don't work in the long term. If you've ever been on a diet before, you know that they are for a predetermined amount of time. They're usually a short duration type of situation, and they're generally designed to be very extreme. Anytime you do anything in the extreme for a short period of time and you have the way I have really been exposed to diets is you've overhauled your entire life nutritionally and what it is that you do in your social life and probably what you're doing in your fitness routine as well, you are of course going to see a short-term result. What happens after that diet period ends? What happens after the calendar flips over to that very first day of you not being on that diet anymore? Generally, you go into a panic state because you have no idea what you're supposed to do with yourself anymore. You just completely overhauled your life and changed everything about what you're doing, gone to extremes to get a result, and now you're just left abandoned. You probably haven't learned a whole lot about nutrition because you've just blindly followed someone. You've probably been doing things that are really designed to be in a short term. You cannot withstand them for the long duration. And you don't have a plan for after the diet. That's generally when we fall off that diet cliff and we go back to what we were doing pre-diet and usually in extremes. So if you're like me and you've been on those extreme diets before, you probably have gotten a short-term good result, and then you probably got a really bad post-diet experience. And for a lot of us, that is the weight that you lost on the diet and then some. And now what do? Well, you desperately seek out the next best diet. And then you jump on the next best diet. And you repeat this cycle of extremism and deprivation and your hopes and dreams for a result that will last you for this time, right? This is going to be the last diet I'm going to do, and it will never work for you because they are designed to be a short-term fix, and they are not designed to teach you how to feed yourself. They are designed for you to continually need a diet to reach for so that you stay in that system of dieting. So the reason that I stopped dieting is because they are a short-term fix and they are not a long-term solution that will help us look and feel our best while creating our most authentic life. The second reason why I have stopped dieting is they are never designed for me. A diet is never designed specifically for me. A diet is generally something that is pre-packaged and distributed out to the masses, and everyone is supposed to follow the same exact thing. In my opinion, as a woman and as someone who is a certified exercise nutritionist, I believe that is irresponsible for anyone to sell a pre-packaged nutritional plan for the masses that doesn't allow the individual woman to choose the foods that she needs to eat to sustain her life so that she can look and feel her best and live most authentically. There are just some foods I will not eat. I don't enjoy them and they don't make me feel good. And if those foods are on a diet plan that has been designed for the masses, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feed myself? If you enter into that diet situation and you've bought into the promise that you're going to look like the girl in the after picture, and then you open up the diet plan and 3/4 of the food is food that you don't like or maybe never heard of, or it's just too time consuming for you to prepare for yourself, then you throw in the towel and you go through that emotional breakdown of you failed again at a diet, never taking into consideration that the diet actually failed you because it didn't consider you as an individual woman. So the second reason why I have stopped dieting and really incorporated this intermittent fasting lifestyle for myself is because I'm an individual woman and I have needs that are my own that should not be considered part of what the masses do. And that's really how I coach women today, is figure food out for yourself. You should not follow what I am doing in my nutritional lifestyle because it might not make sense for you. And we really do have to go back to the basics and take the time to figure out how it is we need to feed ourselves. The third reason that I have stopped dieting and have incorporated the intermittent fasting lifestyle is because those diets were making me sick. I was blindly following what someone had predetermined for the masses in a short period of time for what we're supposed to do to achieve that emotional buy-in because of someone else's after picture, and all of the food that I was consuming was causing me to go into a deeper state of insulin resistance, a deeper state of being hypoglycemic, and eventually landing me in the diabetic pool as an aging woman going through hormonal changes. Never did that diet consider my own personal individual needs, and never did that diet consider the long-term effects of what that was going to do to my body. So shame on me for following that and not thinking for myself, but that is how we have been conditioned as women. So I am guilty just as everyone else who is struggling with the yo-yo dieting mentality and the ill effects that is causing us. Once I stopped dieting, once I started paying attention to my body, once I understood what the scientific data was backing up for what intermittent fasting could do for us women, and how it could reverse all of those signs of aging, and how it could reverse all of those damaging things that we have done to ourselves because we fell into that dieting trap, then it started making sense for me. And I can tell you, sitting here today as a 53-year-old postmenopausal woman, I am no longer sick. And a large part of the reason why I am no longer sick is because I no longer diet, and I've incorporated a lifestyle for myself that will stand the test of time. The fourth reason why I have stopped dieting and have incorporated an intermittent fasting lifestyle for myself is that dieting was consuming my life. I was constantly grocery shopping. I was constantly meal prepping. I was constantly portioning out food. I was constantly putting things in little baggies. I was constantly packing an insulated cooler to take with me everywhere, and I was constantly eating, and it was consuming my life. It was the thing that was always on the forefront of my mind. Now that I have stopped dieting and I have incorporated this lifestyle where I can take 20 hours of my day and do absolutely nothing, I now have the ability to embrace my life fully. My life is no longer consumed by food. My life is no longer consumed by meal prep. My life is no longer spent in the grocery store all day Sunday trying to buy all the food that I needed to follow someone else's plan. Diets consume your life. They are always that thing that you're stressed out about. It's always that thing that you're feeling guilty about. It's always that thing that you're feeling like you're not enough about. It's always that thing that is weighing us down. And we really need to stop living our life with that type of mindset. If any of these things resonate with you, then I promise you, incorporating an intermittent fasting lifestyle for you and the life that you want to live will be the most freeing thing that you can do for yourself. Time is moving so quickly these days. We have to really have the opportunity to just slow down enough to enjoy and embrace and give ourselves a little bit of grace for where we are in this season of our life. It's a time when we should be slowing down and really enjoying the people around us. For some of us, it's an opportunity to start a new chapter of our life, and we need the time and the energy and the resources to do that. And following these diet plans and being so consumed with food mentally, emotionally, and physically is weighing us down, and we really need to free ourselves of all of that. So really quickly, I'm gonna go over those 4 points again. Number 1, they don't work in the long term. They're a short-term fix, and generally what happens after the duration of a diet is we end up gaining all that weight back, plus some, because we haven't learned the skills that we need to feed ourselves. Number 2, they are never designed for the individual woman. They are designed for the masses. They don't take into consideration the foods that you like, the foods that you might be intolerant to, your customs, your family traditions, how you like to socialize. None of those things factor in. It is always assumed that you are going to forgo those things during the time that you're on a diet, and that is when we really start to become depressed and we start to feel really bad about ourselves because we have to exit our life for a short-term food fix. And then number 3, diets made me sick. Point blank, I know for a fact that those diets that I had been on all those years had made me sick, and I had enough. And then the 4th is that diets were consuming my life. Food should be that thing that we find joy in when we are put in an opportunity to open up our feasting window. It should not be all consuming of our life, and it should not be that thing that we ever feel guilty about. It should not be that thing that we use as a tool to heal wounds or hide away emotions or to dampen stress that's in our life. Food has a purpose, and when it's consuming your life, then it's not being put in its purposeful place. I hope this is helping you understand that you're not alone, that we have been conditioned to live this way, that we are always emotionally striving for that quick fix. The marketing behind diet plans is very sophisticated, and they're spot on to hit you in that emotional soft spot. One of the reasons why I'm very, very against showing before and after pictures of the community of women that go through my course is because you're not walking in that woman's shoes. And it would not be fair of me to tap you in that emotional soft spot based on someone else's life. So you won't see before and after pictures in my community posted by me of someone else. You might see some pictures of me, but that's my prerogative, and I will always be very open with what my journey is. So be very wary of those things that are hitting you in that emotional soft spot and trying to sell you something based on the masses when you should really be treated as the individual woman that you are. So With that being said, I'm going to jump into the comment section. If you haven't left me a comment yet, please take a second to do so. Remember, this week we are giving away 2 free gifts. We're giving away one of my favorite things that I like incorporating in my life. We'll be mailing all of our gifts out on Saturday. In order to be considered for the gift, you need to make sure that you put your name, where you're tuning in from, if you have taken my class before, or if you have not. If you have not, that does not negate you from being a potential contest winner. And then we will go through those comments and pick 2 people from today through the live broadcast and the rebroadcast, and then we'll announce those 2 winners on Friday. So I am super happy to announce the 2 winners from our Monday broadcast. They are Teresa Fisher. She actually was a student of ours, and just so you guys know, Michael picked these people because I know I can be a little bit biased because I established relationships with the women who were in my course, in my community. So I had Michael pick the 2 people, so he didn't pick any favorites of mine. So Teresa Fisher, you are one. Make sure that you please send me an email with your email address, and we'll make sure that with your mailing address, and then we will make sure we get that out to you. And then Portia, I think it's Hughley. You are also a winner. You have not taken my course before, and I believe you're in the Texas area as well. Please make sure you email me at dyannparhamfitness@gmail.com. Let me know what your mailing address is, and we'll get your free gift off to you as well. Thank you so much for being such a great community member here with us, and for taking the time to leave a comment as well. So I'm going to go into Facebook really quick. I'm going to answer all the questions and comments. So YouTube, if you want to make sure you get your questions and comments in, that'll be great. I'll be there in just a second. Amy, thanks for jumping on with us today. Girlfriend, Elisa from Chicago is here. Andrea from Boston. Hello from New York. Michelle Lee. Malaya is joining us from Florida. Marie is asking, she was an April 2019 grad, working great. IF is working great for her. Thanks for the weekly encouragement. Girlfriend, you are super welcome. I'm so happy to have you with us. And then Lisa is joining us. Thanks so much for being on. Marie, I already read that one. Let's see, Paige from Jakarta. Welcome, girlfriend. She's a grad from February 2019. And then Melanie, I need your course. Yes, you do, girlfriend. And we start in just a couple weeks. So make sure you get on my email list, or make sure you get to fortoday'sagingwoman.com and get yourself registered. Our classes fill up every month, and it's a really, really great community to be in. You will meet some really great new girlfriends, and you'll have a great time. I promise you that for sure. Let me jump on over here to YouTube really quick and make sure I answer all the questions and comments over here, and make sure you guys put where you're tuning in from and your name, so that we can include you in the potential contest winning for this broadcast. Kathleen, hello. She is a December 2018 grad, and I know she is doing well because we stay in touch. Stacy, July 2018 grad and currently in the F3 course. Congratulations for jumping in on that. That's another great course. Susan, 2019 grad from May. Luis, July 2019. Good to have you with us. Teresa from Flower Mound, joining a bit late, September 2018 grad. Carmen, I started fasting in January 2019 and have never felt better. Hormones are more balanced and my memory is coming back. I plan to take your September class. Awesome. I would love to have you for sure. It'll just reinforce what you're already doing and hopefully teach you a couple things that maybe you don't know about. Carrie from Walla Walla, Washington. Love your info. You have been a profound influence in my life as an aging woman. I hope to get in class soon. Yeah, I hope to get you in class soon as well. Thanks for tuning in, Carrie. And then Karen, great to catch you live from UK late on Wednesday evening after a long fast incorporating fitness, training to loving this IF and F3 lifestyle. Thank you. Karen, you are super welcome. I love having you in our community. At age 55, she's tried lots of diets and products. I love how we just get to enjoy doing nothing, and I'm so much healthier and have so much more fun. Yeah, for sure. It is so freeing for me, especially, to just be able to come and go as I please and not have to worry about packing a bag of food, making sure that I don't go into some hypoglycemic panic attack. So if you're hypoglycemic, trust me, it gets better when you start fasting. And then the other thing that's been really great, and I know a lot of you have reported back to me through the summer, traveling is so much easier when you're fasting. And, I have my rule of don't bring it, don't buy it, don't accept it. And it does make getting through an airport so much easier when you're not so hyper dependent on having food everywhere you go. It is just super freeing and will save you a ton of money as well. Lori from North Dakota, June 2019 grad. So thankful that I learned how to listen to my body. I eat mostly one ingredient food and feel great. I also love doing nothing. Yeah, there's something magical about doing nothing. And I don't think we ever think about it, because as women, we're just always so busy, and we feel guilty when we give ourselves a little bit of a break. So what I love about fasting, it's a guilt-free way to just give yourself a little bit of a break. So I'm glad you're enjoying that as well. Kathleen, you are totally describing the 60 years of my life before taking your IF course. My life has metamorphosed. It's the life I have always wanted: strong, healthy, and free from dieting forever. Yes, for sure. I think I feel the same way. So you described it perfectly. It is a really big, it's a mindset shift, and just finding comfort and power in feeling hungry and empty is just such a, it's a feeling that's really hard to describe to other women until you've actually felt that feeling. So think about that when you're doing your fasting. Think about how strong and powerful you feel in that state of hunger. And we, especially as young women, have been so conditioned to stuff that feeling down with food and other things. Hungry is supposed to be that thing that we're not supposed to have happen to us, and I don't understand why that is. Hungry is just a really cool, powerful feeling when you understand what it can do for you. So Kathleen, I'm super happy you're feeling that way. Colleen, January 2019 grad. Simone from Houston. Carmen from Virginia. Sandy from Florida, May 2018 course grad. Sarah from the UK, I just discovered you this evening when I was researching IF. My husband has had great results over the past 8 to 10 weeks, so I'm keen to give it a go. Girlfriend, well, you are super lucky because your husband's already on the IF train, so now you get to just jump on with him. You're going to absolutely love it, and as a couple, it's super fun. So keep us posted for sure. And then Holly, hoping to join in a month or so. Have been following you on YouTube and Facebook for months. Yeah, Holly, jump in. I am a super nice person. I don't bite, and I will guide you through the course very gracefully to make sure that you have a really good result and a really good understanding of the power of intermittent fasting. So I'm super excited to have you join us when you're ready. And then Liz from San Diego, graduate of May 2019 and refresher now. Food is so individual, and I enjoy finding what is right for me. My fasting window is up to me. This works so well. Yes, for sure. And Liz, you were on my list of people to send something to. So we are sending a bunch of packages out this weekend, and you have a package coming your way, so keep an eye out in your post office box next week. I'll get something out to you for sure. And then Lori from Newport Beach wanted to know your thoughts on combining carbs with fats. Those are those things that I just don't get so caught up on the details of. I say if combining carbs with fats for you work, then that's what works for you. I just really experiment with a lot of different ways of putting food together, and then just find what works for my body and my metabolism and what my needs are. So I say that's a great test to run on your body. If you like the results, then it works for you. If you don't, then I would try something else for sure. And Antigy, I think it is, from Tallahassee, no student yet. Oh, girlfriend, you got to jump in with us for sure. And then Nancy from Atlanta, you mentioned once before the name of the low-carb tortilla chips, I think. Please repeat. Oh, there's no such thing as low-carb tortilla chips ever, I don't think. Have you heard of one? No. They would probably be made out of cauliflower. If they were, and they probably wouldn't be any good. So I'm a firm believer that you just have to have foods in your life that you totally enjoy, and you just enjoy them as they are. So what we consume, or what I like to consume, is Siete Foods. I think it's Siete family brand foods, and they are a cassava flour and almond flour tortilla chips. So I can't eat processed corn, and so I enjoy those, but they're by no means not a low-carb tortilla. They are just a really good tortilla that don't make me feel bad. So look for those if you are interested in something like that. And then, let's see, where did Nancy, I think I just did her. Stephanie, tuning in from Minneapolis, June grad, your course is life-changing. I'm up to daily 20-hour fast and feel great, but weight loss has stopped, and wondering if I should extend fast a little longer. So Stephanie, I always say when you have a little bit of a plateau and you're new to fasting, I always say just stay the course. Just don't switch anything up and just stay the course, because your body's healing, and that is really what I advertise here, is a healed body through the process of balancing out your hormones and jump-starting your metabolism. The weight loss will come when those two things are fired up. The best way to fire those things up is just to stay consistent and don't panic and start making some quick changes hoping for a fast result. That's what we call a diet. So stay the course, let things balance out, and then see where things take you. If you've been fasting for a really long time and you plateau out, you're trying to do something very specific, then I usually recommend a long feasting day, unless you're trying to fast longer for deeper healing purposes. So I always recommend fasting longer for deeper healing purposes. I never suggest fasting longer for weight loss results, because as soon as you eat again, the weight's going to come back. So I would say have a really good feast and see what that does to your metabolism. Holly in New Mexico, hoping to join soon. Hope you do too. Michelle from Colorado, I've been listening to you for a while now and totally slacking on starting. Not a student of yours yet, ready for a fresh start. Well, Michelle, I promise you, once you become a student of ours, you will jump in for sure. And it's super fun to jump in with both feet, and that's really what I teach. So hopefully you'll be ready to jump in with both feet soon. And then Deb from Minneapolis, May 2017 grad, taking F3. Thanks for all that you do. Deb, thanks for trusting me with you. I appreciate you. And the Bakari, hello. Okay, so if you are resonating with those 4 tips, you have to know that you have to stop dieting. It doesn't change with time. You're not going to find the magic diet. There's no quick fix anything. Creating a lifestyle takes time and consistency, and really being conscious and aware of what your personal body's needs are. No one else is going to be able to tell you what you need to do to achieve those goals. You have to put in the work for you, and you have to pay attention. You know, as women, we have just neglected ourselves for so many years. And why is it that we can't take a little season of our life and really pay attention to what we need and keep ourselves from breaking down and becoming sick? You deserve it. So stop that dieting mentality. Stop looking for that quick fix weight loss. Your body will let go of the weight once it's healed. You have to put the time and consistency in to get healed for sure. Harriet, how do you access your program? Harriet, there are links on Facebook that you can go to. You can go to F-O-R, today's, with an S at the end, agingwoman.com, and you can find information there as well. And then there's also links in the comment section. Layla, hello girlfriend. Elisa, March 2019 grad. Brenda from Michigan, July 2019 grad. Love this new way of living, feeling great. I love it, Brenda. Let's see, Kelly, July 2019 grad. Angela, hi from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to see you today. Angela, good to see you as well. Thanks for tuning in with us. Tracy from Pennsylvania, she's in our February class. And then Eleanor, trying 18-6 and feeling totally miserable and hungry after my morning exercise. Any ideas? Yeah, Eleanor, join my class for sure. And then Susan, I'm brand new and am loving it. Awesome, Susan. I love hearing all of you who are new and are loving your experience. That's the best for sure. Let's see. Audrey from Montreal, I jumped on, and Holly, listening from a cruise ship off the coast of Norway. Want to start once I'm home. Holly, we are so envious of you. And girlfriend, enjoy that cruise for sure. And then jump in when you get home. We'll be here waiting for you. So we're going to keep today nice and short. 4 tips, 4 reasons why I personally stopped dieting, why I will never diet again, why I'll never teach dieting to anyone who comes across my path or asks me for personal help. You really have to incorporate a lifestyle that is suitable for you for the long haul, with the underlying purpose of healing your body so that you can ultimately lose weight. And diets definitely do that the other way around. And from what I shared with you guys, and you guys know, a lot of you know my story, dieting made me sick, and intermittent fasting healed my body. And I was eventually put in a position where I can lose the weight. So I really do emphasize that being our purpose here in this community. So have a great rest of your afternoon. Congratulations to, let's see what the names again, Teresa Fisher and Portia Hughley, I think it is. Make sure that you email me so I can get your address and send you your gift. And then we'll be picking 2 winners from YouTube again for our Friday contest as well. Keep an eye out next week for all of your packages once you send me your mailing address, and I will make sure that I get them off to you. I appreciate all of you here in this community. Thank you for taking the time to spend some time with me today so that you can create a lifestyle for yourself that will hopefully heal your body and allow you to look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. I'll see you guys on Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.